like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna forget to tell you later.
That's my seat. That's my, that's my seat. Yes, you're sweetie. What are the teeth for? Oh, so everybody, it's copper donut time. It's a copper donut. You don't eat them. No, you don't eat copper donuts. So, gonna do a copper donut on a bit of a personal subject. I guess they all are, but yeah, I better get started. Anyways, today I got a call from my insurance company, and we just have brokerages here, and I didn't get the call from the actual company that I had insurance with, but my broker called and said I had told him earlier in the year that my insurance was too high, that I didn't do enough business to cover the cost of the insurance, and it was $4,250 a year, and that covered the traffic control part of the business, which was a very small percentage of the business. Like for when you look at my overall personal income, like truck driving made the most money, or like going out and running somebody else's equipment makes a lot more money than doing traffic control. So I told him, I said, I'm not going to be able to afford to keep doing the traffic control because it doesn't justify spending $4,250, when you're not even making that much in profit off of the traffic control. For general contracting insurance, so for that site cleanup I did, for insurance to do that, running equipment and stuff like that is about $1,500 a year. So I make way more money doing that than I do with the traffic control. But I really did, I wanted the traffic control to work because we don't have any traffic control between Dawson Creek, like going that way. So an hour and a half or 2 hours. And then like about an hour and a half to Fort St. John the other way is the other traffic control. And so I worked on the highways out here. We had lots of accidents and trucks spun out and all that. And lots of times the tow truck would come and would be done by the time traffic control showed up. So when I was injured and not working, like I had got laid off of our job had finished. So I decided I was going to start my own business and I was going to do traffic control and security. The security did pretty well because a company that I had been working for hired me to do their security, and it was good. It was, I don't know, got to be a year and a half or 2 years we worked there, and that was all right. But then nobody else, like in all of the time we were open as a security company, nobody else called for any type of security. So I just decided that I wasn't going to spend the money. I can't even remember what it costs for security licensing and all that through the government. So I just didn't renew it, and I still went. I was still a licensed security guard. I just went and worked for them. I just couldn't, hire licensed security guards to do security work. But I did have licensed security guards doing traffic control, so whatever. Just go and do traffic control. You're still a security guard. So anyways, the security didn't go well. For the first while it did, but then once that company closed up and moved back down south, that was it. And then we were doing quite a bit of traffic control, and but the company that we were doing the traffic control for, they packed up and moved away too. So that left just our local. Well, our district only ever hired us one day a year because they don't need traffic control. Like, we don't live in a busy area, so anyways, then so I was paying the $4,250, but business went down, and I was still working, like driving truck and doing other stuff, but that I didn't need insurance for that. Like, I have my workers' compensation, which covers that if I got hurt driving, and it's always driving somebody else's truck. It just pays better money than flagging, because flagging just doesn't pay that well. Even though it's the most dangerous job in the province, it still doesn't pay that well. So that I just made the decision this morning when he called and told me that he spoke with a whole bunch of different companies to try and get my rates lowered, and the cheapest was over $5,000 now. So like, they raised the rates. So here's it was 4,250 for 2 years in a row, and the reason they said it was that high is because I didn't have any experience. So I got 2 years of experience, running a business with absolutely no incidents, no claims, nothing. Like, not even a blemish on a safety record, anything. And the price went up. So I made the decision, and it was a split decision, but I'd been thinking about it for a while. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying for that. And he said, oh, well, what do you mean? I said, no, I'll shut the business down. Like I said, I'll just focus on the other parts of my business. Like, why would I spend that much money to make less money? Or, I can go do something else and make more money and not spend as much. Like, if I don't mind paying the $1,500 general contract insurance. That'll cover me. Like, I can go and drain the refrigerant and stuff like that out of, I can collect. It's also like covers recycling. So if I'm doing a site cleanup, I can recycle all the metals and all that. So to me, why spend 3 times as much to make less money and more stress? I've been so stressed out for the last 2 years. I don't know. I guess you guys wouldn't know because you didn't know me before, but like, other than having a bunch of racist homophobes at my work, there was no problem. Like, I didn't have stress because I just had a cushy job. Like, some days you might have to do a little bit of actual work, but mostly you're just running equipment and driving around and fixing stuff, and it was just easy and a guaranteed good paying job. And but the work environment wasn't that great. So I thought, I'll just go work for myself, and then there won't be any stress. I can just do what I want to do. Well, it turned out you can't. I'm sure any of you that run your own business know that. But the I can still do anything I want. Just, it won't be flagging. It won't be. I'm gonna have to sell all of my traffic control stuff, or at least most of it. But anyways, I just wanted to rant about that, and I'm all done my copper donuts, and it was a pretty good sized one too. So I don't know if we should go weigh this, and I want to see kind of what how much weight I got off of that one. I know that I've already had comments like, oh, why would you scrap copper donuts? Oh, isn't it obvious? I just like to bitch. And it gives me a certain time limit for bitching. So, if you want to come with me, let's go see what this weighs. See if it's going to be enough to pay my insurance. 1.27 ounces. Not too bad, really, for a copper donut. All right, y'all. Take care.